What is up everyone, how's it going? Hope you're keeping well and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. The games are coming thick and fast now over the month of December. What a game at Game Week 16 was for my team. A massive green arrow and we're sitting very nicely now ahead of the new year, so hopefully we can continue this form. If you follow me on socials, you would have saw that I was at the United vs Bournemouth game on Saturday. Very disappointing game, very disappointing result, and I'm not looking forward to the game in Anfield at the weekend. I also then travelled down to London to partake in the FPL Juice 5-a-side tournament where I was playing with FPL Focal's team, Focal FC. Unfortunately, we got knocked out in the semi-finals, but I was happy enough to come away with the top scorer of the tournament and fly the flag for Ireland. Before we get into today's video, 67% of my viewers aren't actually subscribed to the channel, so if you are watching this and you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button below. I'm just 100 subs off hitting my 5k goal before Christmas. We're very close to hitting it, so if you aren't subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. Even if you want to just subscribe now, come back after Christmas and unsubscribe to the channel. Just help me get my 5k goal by Christmas. I really would appreciate it. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I fared out in Game Week 16, and we'll also be looking at my transfer plans and team selection ahead of Game Week 17. Stick around also towards the end of the video, where I'll be heading to a pitch in Galway for my weekly captaincy video also. Right then, that's the intro out of the way. Let's get into the video. Looking back at the Game Week 16 review, I scored 58 points for the game week, and I've got Mo Salah and Heung-min Son to thank for this, as they scored 43 points out of my 58 points for the game week. Went into the game week captain and Haaland with his away fixture to Luton, but late on Saturday evening there was rumours floating around that Haaland was set to miss out in the game completely, and this was confirmed on Sunday afternoon when he didn't make the squad at all. Thankfully, I had the vice captain on Mo Salah, and he picked up a goal and assist away to Palace rather luckily late on, and he came away with 26 points from the vice captain. Let this be a lesson to learn for FPL managers this season, and why picking your vice captain is extremely important, as this Haaland news was completely unexpected, but thankfully I had the vice captain on Salah, so I came away with his haul. Unfortunately, I got a lot of DMs on Instagram and Twitter from FPL managers who didn't vice captain Salah, and the vice captain the likes of Cameron Archer who blanked, Trippier who came away with -2 from the armband, Cole Palmer who only picked up 1 point, so 2 points from the armband. A lot of players who blanked when really they should have vice captain Salah. I haven't got too much else to shout about from the team apart from Heung-min Son, who came away with 2 goals and a goal from the penalty spot on Sunday, and he also picked up max bonus to come away with 17 points from the game. A lot of players got rid of Heung-min Son before the Newcastle game on Sunday, so I was definitely delighted to see that haul, and with Heung-min Son hauling and the Mo Salah captaincy, I only had 2 players returning in the team, and I somehow managed a nearly 100k green arrow, and I'm now sitting at 262k overall. I'm in a great position now, sitting at this rank, and with 4 game weeks now ahead of the new year, hopefully I'll be inside the top 100k by the start of 2024. That's the Game Week 16 review out of the way. Let's move on, have a look at how I'm planning out ahead of Game Week 17. So before we get into my own Game Week 17 team selection, there are 10 players who will be suspended for Game Week 17 after picking up their 5th yellow card of the season. So if you have any of these 10 players, you may need to consider whether or not to just bench them, or whether to get rid of them out of your team altogether. There are 5 very popular FPL players who will miss Game Week 17, in Kieran Trippier of course, Bruno Fernandes, Luca Digne, Douglas Luiz and Charlie Taylor. Apologies to Trippier owners, but as a non-Trippier owner I'm absolutely delighted he's going to miss the Fulham game at home, so hopefully Dubravka can pick up a clean sheet this weekend and I'll actually be able to earn some points from a Newcastle clean sheet. I'm also pretty happy to see Douglas Luiz suspended for Game Week 17, as that means he's able to play the games against Sheffield United, Man United and Burnley ahead of the new year. And with him being on penalties and set pieces, priced at 5.6 million, he definitely is great value. At this price point, it also means if Cole Palmer picks up a yellow card before the end of the year, I'll be able to make that switch and bring in Douglas Luiz into the team with these run of games for Villa. Moving on to the suspension tightrope, there are a lot of popular players in FPL at the moment who are currently on 4 yellow cards, and if any of these players pick up a 5th yellow card before the end of the year, they'll miss a game through suspension. Hwang, Raheem Sterling, Matty Cash, Cole Palmer, Lascelles, Udogie and Romero are probably the most popular players amongst FPL managers at the moment who are all on 4 yellow cards, so if you do own any of these players, try and have a plan in place on whether or not you're going to get rid of them or keep them on the bench if they do pick up their 5th yellow card and miss a game through suspension. Looking at my own team, I've got Cole Palmer and Matty Cash at the moment, and these players are both on 4 yellow cards, but I'll be hoping Matty Cash can avoid picking up a yellow card in Game Week 17 in the hopes he starts against Sheffield United in the blank Game Week 18 where I really want to start him. As mentioned earlier on in the video, if Cole Palmer picks up his 5th yellow card before the end of the year, I'll be looking at moving him on and bringing in Douglas Luiz with that nice run of fixtures for Villa, and with Douglas Luiz being on set pieces and penalties, I think that's worth a shout bringing him in. It's also a point worth noting that Aït-Nouri of Wolves and Senesi of Bournemouth are also on 4 yellow cards, so there is a total of 14 players who are currently on 4 yellow cards, but I've 12 shown on screen at the moment. That's the suspension tightrope out of the way. Let's move on and start planning ahead of Game Week 17. So moving back towards planning ahead of Game Week 17, let's have a look at the clean sheet odds ahead of the weekend's games. Man City ranked first for the chance of a clean sheet with their home fixture against Crystal Palace, but with only 4 clean sheets all season for Man City, I wouldn't be surprised to see Crystal Palace wipe out that City clean sheet with a consolation goal. Chelsea ranked second for the chance of a clean sheet with their fixture against Sheffield United, but with a lot of rotation around that Chelsea back four and a lot of uncertainty around who's going to start, I'd probably look elsewhere for other defensive assets and save yourself the headache under Poch. Bournemouth complete the top 3 for the chance of a clean sheet, ranked third with their home fixture against Luton, but with Luton scoring freely against Arsenal and Man City over the last 2 weeks, I wouldn't be surprised to see Bournemouth's clean sheet wiped out here also. Looking at the clean sheet odds concerning my own team, it's good news to see Saliba, Tsimikas and Dubravka all rank in the top 8 for the chance of a clean sheet this weekend. I also made an early move at the start of the week that I'll speak about later on in the video, bringing in a certain Spurs defender, so it's good to see Spurs ranked 7th for the chance of a clean sheet this weekend. It's been difficult of late to get some defensive points with many clean sheet wipeouts, but hopefully with the odds in my favour this weekend, I'll see some points throughout the games this weekend. Looking at predicted points ahead of Game Week 17, Mo Salah leads the line with a predicted point score of 8.9 points in the derby against Man United on Sunday. Man United are set to be without Bruno Fernandes and potentially could miss Maguire and Luke Shaw, so I'm expecting Salah to run riot and come away with a haul on Sunday. Heung-min Son is ranked second with a predicted point score of 7 points with his away fixture against Nottingham Forest on Friday evening, and coming off the back of a 17-point haul against Newcastle last week, I'm expecting another return from him this weekend. Erling Haaland misses out in the top 10 completely as he's currently recovering from a foot injury at the moment, but if he does recover in time ahead of the weekend's games, I fully expect him to haul at home to Palace, and he'll definitely be up there alongside Salah for predicted points if he's fit. Looking at the predicted points and comparing it to my own team, 5 of my players in Salah, Son, Saka, Palmer and Gordon all make the top 10 for predicted points in Game Week 17, so hopefully I'll see some good returns throughout the weekend's games. Looking at my team ahead of Game Week 17, my team is in decent shape at the moment, but I do have a few small issues as you move throughout the team that I may need to sort. Starting off in goals, there was a rumour last night that Karius was going to start for Newcastle against AC Milan after Dubravka had picked up an illness, but thankfully he recovered from that illness and played the Champions League game last night, so he should be fine to play the game against Fulham at home this weekend. With Trippier suspended also, it'll also give me the chance to be able to enjoy that clean sheet for Newcastle if it does happen, and with a lot of managers owning Trippier, hopefully I'll get that Dubravka clean sheet and rise up the ranks as a result. Moving on to the defence, Matty Cash has failed to start for Aston Villa over the last 2 games, so I may need to make a defensive transfer to ensure I have 3 starting defenders this weekend. Anthony Gordon only managed to play 62 minutes last night in the Champions League for Newcastle, and Eddie Howe confirmed after the game that Gordon came off with a tight hamstring, so I need to see whether or not he'll be able to play this weekend. The big news from Game Week 16 was the fact that Erling Haaland was left out of the Man City squad completely for the Luton game, and that means he's now a big doubt ahead of the Game Week 17 clash against Crystal Palace at home. Erling Haaland is currently staying on my team for now, as I'll be waiting for Pep's press conference ahead of the Game Week 17 deadline, and hopefully he'll be able to give us a clear indication on whether or not he trained this week. That's how my current lineup is looking ahead of the Game Week 17 deadline, but let's move on now and have a look at my transfer plans ahead of the deadline. So looking at my transfer plans ahead of the Game Week 17 deadline, I've already made this move earlier on in the week, to be precise at 1 AM in a late bar in London on Sunday, when myself and Focal set an alarm on our phones before the price changes happened, and we both took out a defender and brought in Porro before he rose in price. Pedro Porro has a great run of fixtures over the next couple of game weeks, which sees him face Forest, Everton, Brighton and Bournemouth up until the new year, and with him after picking up 4 assists in his last 5 games, he's definitely a must, and that's why I brought him into the team. Still some question marks on whether or not Haaland is going to be fit to play Crystal Palace at the weekend. If it sounds like he's going to miss out, I'll be prepared to take my first hit of the season and take out Haaland and bring in Dominic Solanke. Bournemouth have a great run of fixtures over the next couple of game weeks, which sees them face Luton, Forest and Fulham over the next 3 games, and with City off to the Club World Cup in Game Week 18, if it sounds like Haaland is going to miss out in Game Week 17, I think it's probably sensible to take my first hit of the season and take out Haaland and bring in Solanke to attack these favourable fixtures for Bournemouth. As I said earlier on in the video, I'll be waiting until Pep's press conference to see if he gives any indication on whether or not Haaland is trained during the week. For now, Haaland stays in the team at the moment, but I'll be waiting until just before the deadline to see if I need to make any moves. With this out of the way, let's head to the pitch in Galway and let's see who I'm captaining ahead of the Game Week 17 deadline.
Salah for the Ironman.
Yeah, with Salah up against a very poor United team and with Bruno suspended and a lot of injuries in defence for United, I'm expecting Salah to come away with a haul, so there's no surprise to see him getting the armband. If you've made it to the end of this video, please give it a like, drop a comment below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's hit a like goal of 70 likes on this video. If you are still watching this video and you're not subscribed to my channel, please do hit the subscribe button below. I'm currently on the road to 5k subs. I'm very nearly there. I'm just 100 subs off hitting my 5k goal before Christmas. So if you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button and support the channel and help me get there. Even if you want to just subscribe now and then come back after Christmas and unsubscribe, you're more than welcome to do that. Just please help me on my way to hitting that 5k mark. I'll see you all on Friday evening for the Game Week 17 deadline stream, where I'll be deciding on whether or not to keep Haaland or take him out of my team for my first hit of the season. It'll also be a special deadline stream as it's just before my work Christmas party, so I'll be suited for the occasion. I'm looking forward to showing you my outfit. There you have it. So thanks for watching, best of luck for Game Week 17, I'll see you in the next video.